some very clear trend lines that are beginning to show up in polling. It doesn't matter who the pollster is, the same trend lines. One, Americans increasingly think the government's interfered in the election. Two, Donald Trump is rising in the polls despite being indicted twice. Three, Joe Biden's policies increasingly unpopular. Four, Joe Biden being viewed as too old to be president. And five, generic Republican policies are really rising in popularity with Americans. I haven't seen a storm like that in the 30 years I've chronicled politics. What's going on with the American people?
Well, I think that it's too early to basically handicap the presidential race, but
right.
The NBC poll that came out yesterday, the key number there is 76% of all Americans, all parties, everybody feel the United States is doing poorly, right, on the wrong road, whatever they want to say. No president in history has ever been reelected with that kind of number. And the number is not going to get any better. See, most presidents have ups and downs. They go in and out. Bill Clinton is a really good example of that.
Definitely.
You know, but Biden is so diminished in his ability to assess situations and then articulately come out with a problem-solving mechanism. He cannot do that. And so when you're faced with Americans paying so much more for what they bought just 3 years ago, Biden's not going to be able to reverse that in this year or the beginning of 24. He's not. So when you go to a restaurant, as people do, and now the entree used to cost you $25, now it's $40. And, you know, I myself, I mean, every place I go, I'm looking and I'm going, this is way beyond what the inflationary rate is. And the pile-on of stuff that you need is just driving Americans into debt. It's all about the money. And Trump offers a solid economic record, and no other Republican challenger has that. They can say, I did it in my state, but they can't say they did it nationally. Yeah. Trump can say that. That's his strongest suit. Now, whether that will overcome the perception that he's irresponsible, and that perception, John, is strong.
It is.
In this country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Mm-hmm. I don't know. But I do know that Joe Biden is not going to get any better, and his policies are going to continue to hurt the American people. I do know that for a fact.